Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second hour of this first episode of Copenhagen Dreaming. And our young heroes are currently stuck in the chinchilla house in Copenhagen Zoo. And Jasmine has just taken out a small miniature statue of Ganesha, the Hindu deity.
Ooh, that's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful details.
Thank you, he says.
Ah!
Well, I thought since you got yours out, I might as well do the same. I feel, nice to have a bit extra company.
Phrasing.
He high fives Jonas.
Yes, the high five is completed.
Yes.
Now everyone have got theirs out. Could we look for the eagle
Yes.
It shouldn't be hard to find. I need an eagle.
Do you
in
like
a
to have-
chinchilla house?
Mhm.
Which of the small mammals look frightened?
I'm going to keep I'm going to keep our voices down if we're going to approach this eagle.
Oh yeah.
All of the small animals look frightened, by the way.
But that could also be because of the things outside
It could
that
be.
had just been inside.
Could easily be.
That we don't know that. Well, Sunny walks around calmly, trying to look into the cage and see if it's in there or in a perch inside the house or something like that.
No, it actually looks like it has flown through here and gone out the other side.
Oh,
Oh, come on! I walked past that thing in the door for nothing.
I think that's a little bit offensive to whoever she was, to Karina.
But implying I'm promiscuous all the time because of what I am isn't.
To imply you're promiscuous isn't exactly dehumanizing.
Honestly, I don't think that was a human.
That's a good question. Are we?
No,
No.
we're fake. Let's go find the...
So you head out on the other side.
Yes.
Yes.
You want to help out a little, Ganesha, since I've got you out of the backpack?
Yes, what can I help with?
We're searching for the prized pet eagle of the Duchess of the Winter Court.
Ooh. Right,
According to Sir, it's run off again.
right. And it has run off before?
According to Sir, yes.
Okay.
How
Well-
often does it do that, Sir?
Just about every time there are new young Kithane that need to be introduced to the real world.
Told you.
So
Both of-
she lets it out. Tells, go hide. We'll have to go find it.
I think she has someone who lets it out for her, plausible deniability and all that. Then
Of
she
course
can
she does. She's a duchess.
Yes.
Wonder if
Fucking titled
Yes.
ass hats.
Hey, you shouldn't be using language like that at this age.
Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.
Fuck.
Tired.
I agree, Jonas. Let's go find the eagle. Now I want to make it fat.
Thank you.
What am I going to do with all of you?
Don't have to do anything with this.
Yes, I do. You clearly can't be trusted by yourselves.
I don't think any of us can.
I risk sounding like a child, but you're not my mom.
I don't know. If all the training we're doing goes well, I might turn out to be. Certainly have to be team mum.
Ugh.
What?
Well, this is turning rather.
Yeah, let's go
Strange.
find the bird now.
Bird.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes, the bird is in fact the
Yes.
word this time.
Yes, the bird is the word that. Oh,
Sonny is stalking off. Let's find the bird.
Right. If we had to find the bird and approach it with political grace or whatever it's called, maybe I could try that.
By the way,
You good
the-
at politician?
Oh, please.
Yeah,
go on.
sure.
Well, we need to find it first, then we can throw you to it.
The trail leads towards the miniature savannah that has been created in the Copenhagen Zoo.
What is that?
A savannah?
Miniature savannah.
Yeah.
What is that in there?
Like
I know
an
what it is
iron
in
pit?
Volleyball, but I don't know what it is there.
It's pretty much the same sort of thing.
Yay! Ostriches!
Yes.
So it's like the
And
savannah.
giraffes!
Yes.
So it's like the savannah in the African savannah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a small bite of African savannah recreated.
What is
Savannah minus predators.
Yes.
we get to it? If we get to it, I think Jasmine is going to start very quietly humming Toto's Africa to herself.
Yes. And as you get there, you can clearly see the eagle
Where is it?
on top of one of the giraffes.
Lording it over everyone.
It is literally sitting on the head between the horns of one of the, the little horn knobs that a giraffe has.
Yes, I
Yes.
can imagine its head is turned up slightly, like it's
Just a
turning
little,
its nose up.
just a little. Clearly, this eagle knows who's in charge, and now it's even got the perch to prove it.
Yep.
That's actually kind of an epic look. He takes out a little sketch pad and starts sketching.
Now? Really?
Yeah, it'll only take a minute.
Right.
Okay.
Has the eagle seen us?
It doesn't appear to have, or at least it doesn't show that it has seen you.
I mean, it's
How far-
looking at this guy. Of course, it hasn't seen us.
How far away is it?
About 25 meters.
And then of 12 or so up.
Well, not 12 meters up, but about what,
A
4?
giraffe up.
Yeah, about a giraffe up.
Of course, that most venerable system of measurement in giraffes.
Yes.
Yes.
It's one giraffe in height.
One giraffe tall.
Very much used in
Okay.
the world of Changeling.
So, are we going to try and sneak up on it, or are we going to try and approach it, eyes turned down, deferent, and holding out a piece of beef?
You want to go into the enclosure?
I don't have to.
How else are we going to get to it?
Sonny just jumps in.
What are you doing?
We could just talk to it, Sonny.
There are still.
So you're gonna
it
stand here yelling at it?
Should be said that there are people around here.
Oh, they haven't gone home yet. I thought they
No,
had
there
gone
are
down.
still a few people around.
You can't jump in yet. I think that would
I
be.
thought it was nighttime.
No, it's just evening.
Yep, it's early evening.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sticking with my thing. No boundaries gonna keep me.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
So you
You're
jump
so
in.
Arrested.
You're gonna try and jump
slipped
the
into it.
with all these people. Oh, okay, fine.
Well, the moment you jump in, there are screams and panic from the onlookers.
Just face bombs.
Yeah, Jasmine, the same.
The eagle does, of course, notice this, and it looks down from its perch up on high. The problem is that its perch is now moving.
Ooh, it's moving.
Well, the giraffe is moving away from you at reasonably high speeds, which means that the eagle is now bouncing up and down in a most undignified manner, which makes it take off.
Funny. It's the exact opposite of being deferent. Oh.
Get out of there, Sonny.
Hilarious. I'm sorry.
So Jasmine is deliberately keeping an eye out, trying to follow where it's going to, because she needs to follow it now.
Yeah, let's
Maybe
go.
the rest
Get
of
out
us
of there, Sonny.
pretend that we don't know Sonny.
Yeah, that's a
Probably a
job.
good idea. I'll find another way up.
Yeah. Right.
Let's go.
Okay,
And let's try my idea next time.
Yes.
right. You follow the eagle. The eagle flies to the elephant enclosure.
Right. Okay.
How densely populated is the elephant enclosure?
Well, there are quite a few people with kids who are looking at the elephants, especially since there's a baby elephant that was born not long ago, and that is obviously very, very popular. But the
Oh,
eagle
eagle
doesn't
eats it.
care much for the baby elephant. It has planted itself, again, on top of the head of the largest bull in the enclosure.
so maybe if I stand somewhere out of the way and hold the beef up and keep my head down so I'm not looking at it, it might be attracted to come over and.
I mean, we could try diplomacy. I could shout at it.
Yes, but
Yeah.
the shouting is very diplomatic.
Yeah,
Depends on what you're shouting.
and shouting at an eagle that nobody else can be quite
I
the
don't-
spectacle.
That
Look,
can I just try?
Could we try the non-shouty? And if that doesn't work,
I would like to. Yasmin would like to use her common sense to see if shouting at an imaginary eagle in front of all these people with the baby elephant is in any way a sensible idea.
It wouldn't be.
Yes.
Even I can say that, and Sunny apparently doesn't have any common sense.
Nope.
Yes.
But that would probably lead to all manner of attention. However, holding up a piece of beef while lowering your eyes in front of an elephant enclosure where herbivores are living is probably not the best move either.
That's true. Okay, so
but maybe we can find a less densely populated area
Yes.
close to the elephant enclosure. Beef
Yeah.
tends to smell a bit.
True.
it's a good point.
That's a good
So
point.
somewhere enclosed, maybe somewhere higher up. I'm not sure about there because that's that, if there was an observation.
You can find a place that's slightly higher in elevation than.
Yes, just as long as there aren't people on
Yeah,
it,
yes.
because let's. Okay, no, seriously, Jonas, no shouting. Let's try and get somewhere out of the way where people can't see, and maybe a bit higher up, and we can try and get its attention with the meat.
Just as
Well, I
you
was
say,
going to be polite.
Shouting at it very politely. That's
So
nice,
as-
Jonas.
As
That's
we're
very
saying
nice.
that,
just as you were talking about this, the loudspeaker system in the zoo goes off to tell people that the zoo is closing in 15 minutes.
oh,
Can Sunny find a place to hide out there where people, won't find him?
Well, you can find places to hide. The problem is, of course, that given all the commotion, employees are actually arriving.
Well, get out of it and then get away
You
and
can
find a place to hide.
you can hide someplace, and then you can, hopefully find 30 seconds where nobody's looking in your direction and fly out.
Yeah.
Because then, nobody expects to see someone flying out of the enclosure, obviously. So if you're
Exactly.
lucky, then you can do that. And that seems to work, so you do get out of there.
yes,
Then pretend like nothing.
Yes.
of course, can Sunny see where we've all gone? We've kind of just abandoned.
Yeah,
him.
you
Well,
saw
I
where-
might be able to feel where the bird went.
You can do that, and you also saw what direction they walked off in.
Just as long as
And he'll just join them.
as long as he doesn't try. Oh, you're that good. Don't throw yourself into the elephant enclosure.
I wouldn't. They stink.
That was dumb.
I know. I forgot it was still opening hours.
Okay, so
We only
Yeah.
have 15 minutes.
let's get to it then. So we find somewhere. We search for somewhere anyway. Without people, it's a little bit more where you can see more of the enclosure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You walk back a bit and up a hill, and then but one of the streets in the zoo it's slightly elevated. It walks. You have to walk up a small incline.
That's fine. Okay, so if no one's here, so I wonder if it can hear us and hear without us having to shout.
So I can try speaking loudly and clearly.
Should we just try with the beef first?
Can't we do both at once?
Yes, as long as you're certain no one's going to hear you other than the eagle.
They might just think I'm a widow. So what?
What? We could find somewhere to hide in this huge-ass zoo and wait until everyone has gone home.
Well, we could do something that's not going to get us arrested.
I mean, it's an idea.
Sonny
but
lifts a brow.
It's an idea. But
Mean shouting at an imaginary bird.
It's
will
not
make
gonna
people
get
look
me
at you.
arrested. Yeah, but it's not going to make me arrested when I try to sneak out of a public space that's closed.
But maybe it will raise attention. So maybe I'm just going out on a ledge. We could start with the meat, and if that doesn't work, then we can go with the whole we have beef.
yes, that's my thought on this matter.
Fine. So long as we don't do the thing that gets us arrested.
Well, so you take out the beef.
Yes.
Well, it makes the eagle look in your direction. You clearly have its attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming towards you.
Jasmine turns her head down
Mhm.
and holds the beef out in the manner of an offering.
Yes. Your small bronze statue is sitting on your shoulder. At the same time, going. That eagle is. Yeah, he's playing hard to get.
Do you have any advice?
Talk to him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Jonas, you're up.
Jonas steps up and does a deep bow as he says, "Excuse us, your aquiline grace. We have brought offerings. Might we persuade you to have a word with us?"
The bird turns around on the head of the elephant until it's facing you directly. And then it takes off and lands on top of a building nearby and looks down towards you. Goes, "I'm listening."
Thank you for your attention, your grace. We have been sent by the Duchess in the hopes that we could persuade you to return to her side.
You're very respectful. Not everyone who comes to find me is. I think I like you. I think I shall accept your offerings and go home. I have been out long enough in any case. Yes, I believe I will acquiesce to your request.
We are very grateful.
What is your name, boy?
I am Jonas.
Jonas. And what about the rest of you? This merely so I can let her grace know that you found me and persuaded me to go home.
My name is Jasmine, Your Grace. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Looks at the other two.
Sonny.
Sonny.
He makes a nod.
And what about you? He says and looks at Charles.
My name is Charlie, Your Grace.
Charlie. Very well. I think I shall have the beef now, and then when I've eaten, I will fly home.
Thank you.
He takes the beef, flies down, snatches the beef out of Jasmine's hand, and flies up and starts gulping it down. And then, as he finishes eating, he takes off in a very, stretches out his wings. It looks very graceful and very elegant, obviously. And as you know, eagles when they are flying are amazingly beautiful birds. And he flies off back in the direction towards the middle of the city.
I really hate this whole bowing and scraping system.
Yep.
Me too.
But it works. Jonas has a very "I told you so" kind of look about him.
Sonny rolls his eyes.
I still think it would have been smarter tranquilizing the bird.
I just
Sure.
wanted to see the zoo at night. Damn it.
I mean, you can always stay while we go.
Nah, then she'll probably just get mad I didn't come back with you. I don't get the rules.
I get very little of them, but politeness seems to be a big deal.
I don't remember all the etiquettes. Well, I got the bowing, because everyone else does that. Shall we go back to get this over with?
Yeah. It does make me feel a little weird. Like, I mean, this is modern times. The Emperor's supposed not for. This is confusing.
If you want respect, earn it, don't demand it.
Yeah.
I know,
Even-
right?
Even in modern times, bowing hasn't gone out of fashion.
I
Suppose
know.
that's true.
Come on, sir.
So you're heading back towards the cisterns.
Yeah.
Yeah. You catch a bus and probably an S train connecting it as well, and
I actually don't think it's that long.
no, it isn't actually. That's true.
We can walk. I'm not stuffing sir into a bag.
You just see the bum of this corgi sticking out of your backpack.
I mean, as
Yeah.
long as you have a leash, you can take him on both.
Yeah, not city buses. You have to have them in a bag.
Not from what I've seen driving around the actual city buses.
In Copenhagen, you can bring dogs in your in the bus. as long
Okay,
as
you
they're on
can't
a
at
leash.
all.
You can do that here if they're on a leash.
Alright. I'm sorry. It's for your own good.
He looks hurt and wounded when you bring out the leash. It's like,
You know, I'll take it off the minute I can.
okay,
I don't like it either.
okay. It's so undignified.
I know.
He
The cisterns are on the opposite side.
What?
That's true.
That cut out for me.
Same.
They're on the opposite side of.
Of the road to the
Oh.
zoo.
Oh, so we can just go across the road.
Yes.
It's quite close. Yes.
Okay.
The,
Cool.
so,
Never mind then.
I just looked it up. It's pretty close. So yeah. Just as you're about to walk down the, into the cisterns themselves, though, you see an enormous shadow going overhead. It's like a huge cloud, but it's quite swift
Let us look up.
as well. This sound of wings beating. And you look up.
Sonny looks up.
And you see what can only be this. It is a dragon, and
Whoa.
you would guess it's probably in the vicinity of 70 or 75 meters long.
Ooh.
Closing in on us.
No, it's going straight over you.
Keep heads down.
Sonny rubs his jaw and just stares after it. That's amazing.
Wow.
Amazing and terrifying.
Sonny is motioning to follow it.
Pitch black.
What the dragon is?
Yeah, the dragon is pitch black.
Ooh.
I wonder where he lives.
Don't think we want to know.
Where's your sense of adventure?
It's black as sin.
Don't judge a dragon by its color.
Did you read the old fairy tales? Black dragons are not good news.
What about
They also say black cats aren't, and black cats are actually very nice.
Yes, but a cat isn't 70 meters long and can breathe fire.
You don't actually know. They could be in this world.
See, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You're all childlings. Saying no to an adventure gives you banality.
Exactly. Why do you think Sonny is already trying to follow this dragon?
Yeah, so Jasmine will then have to say, well,
Come on,
right.
I have to see where she lives.
It
And
is an
then he starts
adventure.
bolting after it. Come on, sir!
Wait up, Sonny.
Let's go and see what we find.
Yeah.
I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous at all. This is going
Just
to
pooping
be
your pants slightly.
fine. It's all going to go very well.
Jonas smiles at her and says, "Did you at least bring your brown pants?"
I don't wear pants. Wear a dress, skirt.
Oh, well, I suppose you won't stain that. And then he runs after Sunny.
You are a horrible person.
I know!
Just mean if it helps,
Hmm?
I am not a fan of that dragon.
No,
Can't
but-
let the others go.
no, I think I want to have to stick together. It's better for us all.
Yeah.
Besides, if they get themselves hurt, someone will need to get back to tell the court what happened.
Yeah.
Come on,
and-
Jonas, you're fucking slow.
and
Says the
and seeing
statue.
that one of them, oh sorry, and seeing that one of them jumped into the closure,
Yeah.
imaginary chimerical eagle. Yeah, we
What
better
do you
follow.
mean?
You
I'm totally innocent. I was framed.
However undignifying, Charlie runs after them.
Yes.
Aww.
You catch up and yeah,
Probably because Sunny stops running, but yeah.
probably. But you do catch up. Yeah, Sonny would be able to outrun everyone here.
Exactly. Why do you think he was yelling after Jonas that he was fucking slow?
Mm-hmm. Being a satyr carries its perks, and one of them is a very high run speed. So
Chicken blah blah. Those legs are good. Goat powers.
well, you get you can see where the direction that it's flying in roughly. Obviously, it's pretty much. The good thing about a 70-meter long dragon is that it's pretty easy to kind of sort of make out the direction it's going. It's the size of an airplane, for goodness sake.
I mean, just imagine the sound of the gale that's being generated under its wings.
Yeah. And you can see from the people around you that they are, suddenly people are grabbing their hats because, it's a sudden gust of wind nearly blew off an old lady's hat, for example. So this beast is so large and so powerful that it actually has a small impact on the mundane world.
Cool.
Very. She went that way.
Let's get out of there.
She's heading straight for the center of Copenhagen.
Ooh.
What's in the center of Copenhagen?
Quite a lot of things.
Yes.
You don't have to go that far off center before you find the summer court, for one thing.
That's... Yeah. If she's going to the summer court, that would be disastrous.
See, she's not bad. She's headed for the summer court.
Sunny starts running. Maybe beyond it. I don't know where she lives.
As long as we don't attract her attention, I'm happy to keep following.
So, you follow her, and that does require you getting on the bus or something along the way. But again, it's not difficult following her. She doesn't land immediately. She sort of, in certain places, it's like she stops and hovers, almost beats her wings to stay in one place while she's looking for whatever down below. And sometimes she circles in a place, so you can sort of, I mean, she does manage to get a good way ahead of you, but you can see where she is. That's the point. So you can follow her. And by the time you get to the center of the city, you realize that she's heading straight for the City Hall Square.
Oh.
What is that?
Rådhuspladsen.
And that's significant because
It's for one thing, it's a large open square where it can land. It's also right in front of the civil administration of the city.
oh, okay.
Ah,
Oh, she
Maybe
might
it's part
land.
of the civil administration.
Oh, he's probably a lawyer.
very funny. Very funny.
Or the mayor,
Oh, that could be cool.
right?
Yeah, that would
If
be.
it's Trump, I'll leave.
Then it would be orange.
Well, Trump hasn't been.
You have a
it's
point.
It's 2015, so Trump hasn't been elected yet.
Oh, what a blissful time we're living in.
Yes.
I actually thought we were a couple of years further ahead. I'm happy now. No Trump Olympa.
Mm. Oh, just imagine the banality that awaits us all.
Isn't it lovely?
Yes, in fact, are you sure that the first session we play where we're in the present day of Copenhagen Dreaming, we're not all just dead already?
We're actually
would be
reliving the glory days.
Anyway, so yeah, we will. Are we still following it to the?
Sandy
Okay.
is at least.
Well,
Of course.
you get there and you see that when you get there, you see a mounted knight and 2 trolls flanking him. And just as you get off the bus and you can see this, the dragon lands in the middle of City Hall Square, and it's facing the knight.
Is it someone we've seen before?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Wow.
Maybe we should just see what happens
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna fight a
from
dragon.
a distance.
I mean, we're at a distance here.
Actually, give me a second. I think some of you have seen him. Or one of you.
Ooh.
I can't remember which one of you it was all of a sudden, but one of you did, in fact.
Show us who it is, and we'll work it out.
I am about to.
If
Give me a
you're
second.
talking about the person, I think you're talking about Astrid met him.
Yes, it would be Astrid.
So yeah, okay.
This fellow.
Can I actually see his face, or is he wearing a helmet?
He is. He's wearing a helmet right now, so you wouldn't be able to recognize him anyway.
No, it would have to be if Astrid had been with us, she might have recognised him by his armor or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, we don't know who he is.
Nope,
but other than
nope.
that, he's a knight in some pretty swag armor,
Some
and he's
pretty
taking
swag
on.
armor indeed, and
He's
he's got.
and he's
Oh, sorry, please.
yes, and he's clearly has a desperate need to commit suicide.
And he's
Him
got,
and the trolls.
And he's got these 2 women with him.
Well, Hika. I think a few of us have at least met her.
Yes.
And
I haven't.
no?
Oh, at
None of
least I mean I've met Felicia.
Yes.
She's my good friend.
Yes.
I actually don't think.
Oh,
Sorry, go on.
So yeah,
And
That's
Jonas
what you
goes,
see.
"Oh, I know her. She's cool."
she looks like lunch at the moment.
Haha, she's tough.
Yeah, but that's a dragon.
Maybe they just want to talk.
I
In-
mean, suddenly me jumping into the enclosure seems less stupid.
That's
see what
actually a fair point.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't know the skill level, but just looking at it, I was
Yes.
facing a giraffe. They're facing a dragon.
let's see what happens.
The dragon turns its head and looks directly at the 3 changelings, and it goes, "You are in my way. I will have what is mine. Give me the Duke." And the knight, he raises the visor on his helmet and looks straight at it and says, "You will have to go through me. You're not getting anyone." And the dragon replies with, "That isn't going to be a problem. You think you three can stop me? I have crushed armies." And the knight goes, "That may be so, but none of those armies included me or these two ladies."
What?
You cut out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
2 ladies.
It says,
Nothing, 2 ladies.
it says what was the last you heard?
2 ladies.
No, what was the last you heard before that?
That
Nothing.
may be so.
He says, "That may be so, but none of those armies included me or these two ladies."
Ah,
Suddenly makes sense.
Jonas stops himself from cheering.
And
Sunny too.
the dragon actually seems mildly amused as well, and just, chuckles and says, "At least you have courage. That's more than can be said for most of those who face me. Oh, tell you what, I think I will let the Duke live another day, but you should let him know that I am coming for him, and he will pay for his sins." And the knight goes, "I will be certain to bring his grace your message. Ye might want to know precisely what sins you're referring to." And the dragon just scoffs and goes, "He knows. He knows full well what he has done. On the other hand, I've flown all the way here. Shouldn't I at least be allowed to have a little bit of fun?" And the two trolls just, they both hoist their weapons and look up at the knight, and he puts his visor back down. And just as he is about to charge, and it's clear that he's getting ready to charge, the horse rears and kicks its front legs. It's all very cinematic. And just as he's about to charge, the dragon turns around with amazing speed for something that large, and just swipes with its tail. And she doesn't hit the knight or the two trolls, but she causes a traffic accident, and a pretty serious one. 4 cars smash into each other.
Aww.
Ooh.
And then
Oh shit. Okay. I have to roll willpower. Yeah.
okay. What do you need to roll for?
What?
What do you need to roll for?
Loud bangy noises.
Oh, right.
Also his phobias
Yeah,
because of his childhood.
yes. Let's see the...
I actually have to find it. Give me a moment.
Yeah, of course.
I just realized there are no lights in this apartment.
That's weird.
The difficulty of the roll is determined by you.
Yes, the difficulty, this is loud, and it's 4 cars smashing together, so it's 7.
Alright.
Oh, you manage, but with only 1 success, but you do manage. So you're probably somewhat shaken.
The second the cars smash into each other, Sunny just stares at it in complete terror.
Yeah. The dragon laughs in a very, very vicious and evil laughter and goes, "So, knights, you have a choice. Fight me or help them." And he stops his charge immediately and points to the trolls and then towards the 4 cars and the traffic accident, and he changes direction as well.
Jonas makes a "come on" gesture and
Yeah.
goes to help as well.
Yes.
Yes, maybe we can free them up to actually.
The dragon takes off while you do that, by the way.
Aww,
Flies away.
coward.
It should
Villain.
also be said that you realize when he dismounts his horse that for you know when he gets off it, that for everyone else it's a racing bike.
Ah.
That's
Oh,
what
that's-
everyone else would see.
Oh, that is so sweet. I love the idea of racing bike nights. That is so cool.
That is cool. So he's doing like bike tricks when his horse wears up.
Yes, exactly.
That is brilliant
I
mentally.
love it.
So his armor looks like heavy duty biker leathers or something.
His armor is protection gear for like a bicycle
Yeah.
artiste.
So
Oh, right.
basically, he's wearing a biking helmet
Yes.
and kneecaps
It's a
and
BMX helmet, but yeah.
Yes, and an obscene amount of Gore-Tex. Not Gore-Tex. What do they use?
I also have those back shields
Yes,
and
yes,
Yeah,
precisely.
carbon
kidney
fiber.
belt,
Anyway,
all that
okay,
good
so,
stuff.
so yeah, we're all. Well, are all of us going over, or only most of us going over to help?
Well, Sunny got over it and is racing to the cars.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
help as best as we can.
yes,
of course.
maybe. Yes,
Yes,
maybe Ganesha can even be a little bit useful.
yes. And oh yeah, he's got the one of the.
He's got healing reed.
Exactly, he's got the healing reed, and that is a good thing because you realize one of the people in one of the cars is very seriously wounded, or not wounded, injured. This is not a battle wound, obviously. Very seriously injured.
Yeah. Oh dear. Ganesha, I think this might be on you.
The he crawls down one of your arms, which is a little funny to look at because it's he's like ooh I'm falling ooh no I got it ooh there and then he lands on the seat next to this badly injured man, and he proceeds to work his reed, and while it doesn't heal the man up to full health or anything of the sort, you quite probably saved his life.
Yes, that's
Or
we can
at
hope.
the very least, you have saved him from becoming, from permanent physical effects from this.
Yeah. That is good.
So, and it gets noticed. The Felicia sees you doing this, and she gives you a very appreciative nod.
Mm-hmm.
And she and Rege are helping the getting people out of the cars and safe to safety, and when it is possible, because again there are some people who are injured and they are not moving them out of the cars because that's for the paramedics when they arrive,
Yeah, and the fire
Which-
department.
which they do pretty quickly.
I think Jonas will calm down the children as best he can if they're still stuck in the cars.
There are a couple of kids in the cars, and yes, there's definitely a need to calm them down because they've been very frightened. So again, your talent comes in very handy right there. And I think Charlie, one of these cars is an old junker. It's an old piece of decrepit crap, to put it in plain English. It's one of those old 1980s Skodas.
Oh,
Kind
made
you
it,
would
made
drive
it, made it tin
behind.
cans and olive.
Made of tin cans and aluminium with a gas tank right underneath the people who are driving it, and no safety from the electrical wiring. This thing might blow up.
Oh crap. I try to get the attention of one. Some of the others mentioned her name, Becky.
Reggie, yeah.
And quick, this one is a bloody piece of work.
She comes over immediately. Oh.
The gasoline tank is not protected in any way, shape, or form from the electrical works.
Can you
This
do
is
something?
a bomb.
Yeah. Can you do something, or do we need to get everyone out of here?
I have no idea. Maybe if we a fire extinguisher.
If I lift this thing so you can get to the underneath, would you be able to do something?
If you could open the hood so I can get to the battery.
Oh, I can do that. She basically gives it a hard punch, and the thing comes loose.
I bend over
the battery, yeah.
Yeah, and see if I have anything in the bag that can loosen the knots on the battery wires.
Yep. Let's get an intelligence plus crafts.
Yep. Just a second. That is 8 die. Oh.
Whoops, that was D20s.
Yeah, 8d10. There you go.
There you go. That's still enough. That's
one.
It's one success, but that's enough.
It's a stressful situation.
It's a stressful situation, and you do get it. So yeah, you get the what is it called, the electrical wiring disconnected from the battery, and just as you do so, you can see the contents of the gas tank emptying out on the road beneath you.
Yeah, I make sure to remove that battery from the scene.
Yeah, and Rege just looks at you with wide eyes and just pats your shoulder and goes, "Thank you."
Yeah, no problem. I stagger to the sidewalk and put the battery in a trash can or something.
Yeah. It's a pretty heavy thing, these old
Yes.
car batteries weigh half a ton.
Maybe just lean it again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dunk. The that car is totaled. It will never drive again, no matter what anybody
Probably
does.
a good thing too.
Probably a good thing too.
We just did the world a favor.
Well,
Don't tell the dragon that; she'll be full of herself.
Yes. And the
Well,
while you do that, by the way, you can see that the dragon has flown off, and it's flown off in the direction of Amma. It's either heading towards Sweden or out towards Amma.
either place is just as bad.
Yes, pretty much.
Well, it doesn't matter if it flies to Sweden, just not Amma.
As long as it stays.
Yeah, as long as it stays there, indeed. But yes, that is the situation. You've managed to help solve this small disaster, and just as you manage to get the battery to safety and all that, then that's when the paramedics arrive and take over and start helping people. So yeah, what do?
Right.
I
Perhaps
think
we should.
Jonas will want to go and find Felicia.
Yes.
Hey, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. I
So-
kind of expected that to turn violent, but not like this.
Yeah, what was that all about?
The lady she has a very long grudge against Duke Hardenberg. Nobody knows what it's about except the two of them. I don't even think his daughter knows.
Okay. That's bad.
Yes.
Especially
yes, it
since
is.
she seems able to affect the normal world.
She can. She's powerful enough to do that. It makes her incredibly dangerous. Not just to us, but in general.
Is there anything I can do?
Not yet. I think this is something that will require. Well, pardon me for saying so, but I think we need to have people who are a lot more experienced than you are just yet. But
Right.
But I do appreciate that you want to help, and what you did here today, all of you, all four of you, was heroic. Don't get me wrong. You just saved these people.
I don't think Sonny actually hears her. He's just staring at the cars.
Is something wrong with your friend?
I don't know. I mean,
Sonny?
Let's go over
So-
and find out.
I'm also pretty sure that the poor corgi is being squeezed.
Yes, he's whimpering a little.
Sorry, sir.
Sonny, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Puts the corgi down.
You just seemed a little out of it.
I'm fine. He says all too mechanically and turns. Did we get everyone out?
I
Yes.
think so. The paramedics have arrived as well.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay.
I think Felicia says, I think bottom line is you helped save some people here today.
Hmm.
But why were you even here? I mean,
Oh, the dragon.
you followed the dragon. Oh, to be a changeling again, she says. That is very, very brave and somewhat foolish. The lady is probably the most dangerous being in all of Denmark.
You see, I told you that she was. What's the
Hey!
word?
I didn't know at the time there was a dragon. I wanted to see what it wanted.
I mean, yes, I did follow you, but even so, it just goes. It's good to be careful.
Don't take this as a lesson in judging a dragon by its scales.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. But the point is,
Are all dragons that color bad? Am I just being stupid now? He looks to Felicia.
I think that, she says, I think that you can read quite a lot out of the color of the dragon. If it's, silvery or some other, where it looks super heroic, it's probably because it is. And if it's weird, like old Steam up up at the hill, then maybe, he's just weird. And then you have the four brothers over at the stock exchange. They're different colors, so I don't think you can judge a dragon by its scales. No.
See?
But if it
Can-
seems evil,
It probably
From afar.
is. Yes, then it probably is.
Then can you judge a wolf by its fur?
Oh yeah.
That's
we've had a very, very interesting afternoon.
We met a werewolf and a crazy lady.
what? Huh. Okay,
Okay.
why don't we
yeah,
go
the
and get
things you'll
something?
see in the zoo.
Why don't we go and get something to drink somewhere, and you can tell me?
was
The
in the
Duchess
zoo.
might want us back soon, though.
Yeah, we had to find her bird.
And you did find her bird.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in the zoo.
Then it's
The
fine.
place
Then,
where the wolfmen were.
then it's fine. You can go and talk to her a little later if you want. You can go now if you want as well. But
I mean, this event probably counts as a good excuse.
I actually would quite like to have a drink of something. Not anything with alcohol in it, obviously, but
no, you're a little too young for that, she says.
I'd like something to stop my hand from shaking.
Can we leave this place?
Absolutely, that's the whole point.
Let's go somewhere.
She says, how about the Dream Factory? Do you know that place?
Nope.
Come, sir.
But it sounds like a nice place.
Yeah, let's go.
Sounds like a place we should hang out.
Sounds like a contradiction in terms.
A dream factory. Yes, that's actually a.
That's actually that sounds like something that could be out of a dystopian book.
Yes.
Well, let's go there and find out what it's actually like.
It's a nice place. She said, it's a nice place, and the guy who owns it is pretty cool. So she takes you. It's about 10 minutes walk from where you're standing,
Mm-hmm.
and she
Should we?
brings you in and says, "Are you hungry as well, or just thirsty?"
Haven't
Do
actually
you have
had-
nachos?
They do.
We haven't actually had any dinner, have we?
No, that's I imagine not. If you've just come from looking for the bird, I imagine you haven't had a chance to eat.
Actually, I should text my mom.
Okay.
He texts her some excuse.
Yeah. You get a message back a little later saying, sure, no problem. I just bought pizza anyway. I'll just eat the whole thing on my own. Nom nom.
But mom!
That's cruel. That's child abuse.
She even sent you a pizza emoji.
I think he replies back, think of your thighs, woman.
Nom 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 nom. I'll just work it off with someone.
Ah, mom!
Is he actually yelling at his phone?
At the last one he is.
I don't even know her, and I already think she might be quite awesome.
Why are you yelling at your phone?
It's just my mom. She got
I
pizza without
heard.
me.
I mean, you're
You're
getting.
wailing at your phone because she got pizza without you?
No, because she told me how she's going to work off the calories.
CrossFit?
Deep,
Question mark.
deep silence from Felicia.
And the Satya is actually the one suggesting CrossFit. Yeah?
If only.
Huh.
What can I say? Your mom is a hippie.
She is. Well, she's cool most of the time, but
Yes,
a
she
little
is.
too graphic.
But she is definitely a hippie.
Ah, I see. Maybe Oh god, actually, you have to look up her name now. Maybe how do you pronounce that? Her name?
Ah,
So,
you've forgotten her name. Let's have a look at it.
Jette.
Yet,
Jette.
Jette.
yes.
Maybe Jette and Mifanwe from the last campaign should compare notes.
Yes. Jonas looks to the others and says, I mean, she's a sculptor, and her most
She is?
well-selling sculpture collection was of a selection of erotic vases.
Oh, I've seen those. Those were awesome.
Apparently they're inspired by my dad.
Oh, I didn't need to know that. I can never look at them the same way. Now Dad has to sell his.
Oh, you bought one?
Of course. He's a art guy. So am I.
She's not that. Never mind. Let's nachos.
Let's just say he was inspired by it.
Nachos, indeed. And I think we're gonna take our
During,
second
during
break
this
here. Oh, sorry.
during this change of Charlie has resorted to dismantling his watch.
Okay, something else to do.
Something else to do.
Yes.
I think he's offered the Sunny smartphone to this man.
We're gonna take our second break here, guys, and we'll be right back, okay?
Yeah, no problem.